even know how to start making this video, but God's will be done. Hey love, so I just want to make a video the night where my whole life changed. This actually happened last year in the summertime, and it was so unexpected. Like it was a huge transformation. It was a night that God transformed me, and it literally was 9 seconds long, yet I remember it like it was yesterday. And every day I go back to that moment in my life, and it just makes me smile because it was just so powerful. So I just want to quickly share with you guys in hopes that it can plant a seed in your life and help you realize the amount of love that you have that you may not even know. Start from the beginning. So in the beginning, like, I grew up in a Christian household, and went to church every Sunday, all of that good old stuff. But as a kid, I grew up learning about God. Of course I believe. Like, I was a kid, I was like, okay, God is real, and all these stories in the Bible. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I believe in God. And as I started going into high school, being surrounded by people of different religious beliefs, surrounded by even friends of mine who are atheists, friends of mine who were Muslim, different religious beliefs, and I started to think, like, there's so many different religions in the world, so, like, either one is right or they're all wrong and there's no God. So I ended up following the path with the mindset of me just doubting the existence of God, even though I grew up Christian. This happened in high school, and of course I didn't tell my parents. Nobody knew that, and I didn't want to cause any trouble. I just truly doubted the existence of God. The only person that knew was one moment after church, because I would be sitting in church and the priest would go on talking about Jesus and different stories in the Bible, and I would say, how do you even know? Like, where is your proof? You're just reading off a book that someone could have wrote. Like, how do you know this is true? And after church one time, I went up to my priest and I said, I doubt God is real. I literally told him face to face, I doubt God is real. And he looked at me, he said, God is real. And I didn't want to argue with him, so I just stopped talking and I left the church with the rest of my family and went home. And that just followed on for some months. And this experience happened, my transition from high school to college, and I'm in college now, I'm a freshman. So even before this experience happened, I would be going about life externally acting like it was all good. I was involved with so many extracurricular activities in high school and in dance and all of these dance productions. I was doing great. And then behind closed doors, like when I'm in my downtown by myself, I felt empty. There was an emptiness. And I didn't really go deep into figuring out why I felt empty and why I just felt down and sad and confused, but I just continued life going on, faking it till I make it, acting like I was happy. Okay, so to talk to you guys about this night. So it was in the summertime, like I said, it was like in July, and I was lying in bed. It was a nice summer night, and it was like 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Don't you know when you stay up late in the summer night because you don't have to go to school the next day? So that was me. I was just up. I was in my bed, bored, and I was on my phone. The lights were off. I was on my phone for some time, and I was like, I can't go to sleep. So I just turned off my phone, and I was like, what else could I do? Because I was getting sick of being on my phone. So I was just lying in bed, and I was just like, well, I could pray. Even though, like I said, I really doubted God was real, but growing up, my family, we would have nightly prayers. We'll all come together as a family at night and just pray together. And I really did enjoy it. So I decided I was going to pray, but I was too lazy to get off my bed and go on my knees. So I was literally just lying on my bed. And I literally said the first things that came out of my mouth. I didn't even think about what I said. Yet to this day, I still remember the exact 5 words I said to God. God, give me your grace. Only 5 words. Expecting nothing, like I said, because I didn't think prayers had anything. And instantly, oh my gosh, instantly, like, it happened as soon as I said the last word. Instantly, a powerful force rippled through my entire body, from my head to my toe. It was so overwhelming. It was like I should have hit a window, fell or moved or something, yet I was stationary, and it lasted 9 seconds. It was so powerful, and to this day, like, nothing can come close to what that experience was. It was a powerful force that rippled from my gut all throughout my entire body, and it was so powerful. Like, my jaw was dropped wide open. Like, nothing could come out my mouth. I was so shocked. And after it occurred, like, it was so, I can't even explain to you. Like, what I'm explaining to you now is underestimating what actually happened. And I put my covers over me, and I was so shocked and cradled in a fetal position. I was terrified and forced myself to go to sleep. And the next day, I woke up completely remembering everything that happened, and I was pouring out to my mom. I was like, Mommy, God is actually real. I was crying. I was sobbing the entire next day. My mom was confused because she didn't even think I doubted God was real. But yes, you know, she found out and all of this stuff, and I was crying and sobbing. And I'm not going to say that that moment, I don't know the exact how many seconds it lasted, but it lasted some time for God to make sure that I knew what was happening at that moment. I wasn't hallucinating. No, God made sure I knew. And it was so powerful, yet I didn't move. And it's crazy, the power of God. It's so powerful. And I was just crying and sobbing. I'm not going to say that that moment immediately I gave my life to God, because I didn't. Because now that I knew God was real, I knew my life was a contradiction. I was doing everything in opposition to God. I was so into this world and so not into God. And I'm not going to say I gave my life to God right away, but a couple months later, I eventually did give my life to God. And I just want to share this mini testimony of how I went from agnostic to believing in God. And I know that people start believing in God in different ways. Some scientists go through things and find God through science. You know, people find God and know that God is real through different ways. So I just wanted to share mine and just plant that seed for you to just like figure out. And I just want to bring in the fact that God heard me. Someone who barely believed in him said 5 words, and yet instantly he poured out the Holy Spirit. He poured himself into me instantly. Someone who didn't even believe in God, little old me out of this world full of so many people. And that shows to you how much love God has for each and every one of you, people watching this video, people who aren't even watching this video. And it's so amazing, and I just wish everybody knew that. And that's why I'm sharing this video, because it all comes in your timing. And that's why religion shouldn't be forced, yet it should be introduced, and that seed should be planted to people. So thank you guys for watching this video. May God bless you all, and I hope it's just the start.